What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be making pho, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about the history. Alright, so let's make this, shall we?
Go ahead and start off by covering 6 pounds of beef bones in sesame oil and roasting these in an oven at 475 for about 15 minutes or just until they're nicely golden brown. This adds lots of flavor and it also makes the stock clear in the end. Next, I'm going to take my ginger and just cut off any bad pieces like so. Just to avoid any flavors in my soup. I'm going to cut these all in half so that whenever I broil these, there's a nice surface area. Same thing for our onions, quartering them and picking out the skin just to avoid any bad flavors. And for my spices, I'm going to be using cinnamon, black cardamom, star anise, cloves, and coriander. Toasting the spices on medium heat until fragrant. And then once our bones are done, we're going to go ahead and take those out and place them in the stock pot to cool for a little bit. And now that our aromatics are done broiling, you can see how these aren't really burnt, but they're nicely charred. This is getting lots of flavor. And then I'm going to coat the stock in cold water. In the end, this helps to, again, make it clearer stock. After that, I'm going to add oil to a hot pan. Then I'm going to go ahead and sear my chuck roast on all sides to get a nice browning. I'm going to add this straight to my stock afterwards. This is going to add lots of beefy flavor. Again, flavor is key here. Once you've added that, you can go ahead and add in your roasted spices and your broiled aromatics. And as soon as this comes up to a simmer, you're just going to intermittently skim off the scum, again for a clearer stock in the end. And next for the meat, I've got a 2-pound skirt steak that is going to be cut thinly. In the end, I'm going to be putting the stock right over top of this and it's going to cook instantly. After the chuck roast has been simmering in the stock for about 2 hours, you're going to take it out and thinly slice this against the grain as well. So after your stock's been simmering for another 4 hours, ideally overnight, you're going to strain this gently into the largest bowl you have. And then I'm going to be skimming off the top layer of oil. This is probably left over from the bones. It could be fat. You just want to skim that off. And then I primarily season my pho with fish sauce, but you can also add a little bit of kosher salt. This will add a clean, salty flavor because fish sauce can be, of course, fishy, and that can be a little bit overwhelming. I'm also going to balance out the flavors with a little bit of brown sugar, but ideally you'd want to use yellow rock sugar. I'm also going to tear out the stems of long parsley just a little bit, throwing it in there to steep. Then I'm going to thinly slice some chives. It's going to be a garnish at the end whenever the soup is done. I'm also going to thinly slice some Thai chilies for spice. And I'm also going to chop up my lime as well into, you could say, cheeks. Not really slices. The cheeks are more presentable, and it's also traditional for the pho. And then for about 15 minutes I soak some rice noodles in cold water, which I'm just going to quickly boil and then place my raw beef on top, as well as my chuck roast. And so now the soup is almost done. The last things to do is to add to the stock. This cooks the beef, as you can see it cooking on the top there. After that, I'm going to be adding my chives, a little bit of Thai basil, and some mint as well. It's not traditional, but you can add it if you want. And I'm also going to throw my little chilies in the corner over there. And so there you have it, traditional pho. It takes quite a long time, but if you think about it, all that time spent is just waiting for the stock to simmer. Really all you have to do is just prepare the meat and the bones, So a very brief history of pho is that it was originated from a noodle type that was called saho fan from the Guangdong province in China. Eventually ended up in the hands of the French, who really liked rare steak and wanted it in their soup, and so the Chinese at the time incorporated that for them, and thus pho was born. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.